It's summertime. This is Go with Buffalo, and because it's summer, that means WildPlay Elements Park is now open at Vista Ridge. And yes, we're all harnessed up and we're going to go up in the park and have some great times on this episode of Go. You'll have to stick around for all the adventure that we're going to have. Also, Big Summer is back. Bob Dale's Big Summer. It starts off at the Syncrude Boreal Open, where you can play like a professional golfer. But first, Jeremy Snook unfortunately passed away a little while back, in the hospital here in Fort McMurray raises money in honor of his name. Back at WildPlay with Joel Borman, one of the WildPlay instructors, I guess we can call you, but guides more accurate, isn't that right?
It's a bit of both. We instruct and guide, I guess, so that's either way is pretty good, I think.
And the best part about WildPlay is before anyone goes up to the high rises, you know, 50 feet up?
I think it's about 45 feet up to the highest point where you're going to jump off at the end. So yeah, it's a pretty long way up.
Pretty high up. So we're going to go through some training first though, right? So what do we have to do in order to prep ourselves to get to that point?
Yeah, well, we've got a series of checks that we go through to make sure that people are going to be ready to go up high. Obviously, we're going to check your harness thoroughly. We're not just going to leave you to put it on and go for it, you'll be fine. We've got our course here, which is a practice course down at just above ground level. So we're going to make sure that you can get through that and you're familiar with all of your equipment. You can use it properly. You can follow all the rules. Got a variety of different games down on this practice course. So you're not just doing one easy bridge and then when you get to something hard you get confused. So we're going to make sure that you're well trained and well covered to be able to be safe as soon as you get up to 45 feet.
And then the fun happens.
Absolutely, then the fun happens.
What's the best part of the course in your personal opinion?
It's got to be the jump off the end. You jump off from the very top and there's just one rope holding on to you. So that always freaks people out, and it's always great fun.
Well, let's get trained first, and then we'll do the jump off at the end. How does that sound?
That sounds probably the best idea, yeah.
Okay, we'll check back in here in a little bit here at WildPlay as we head down to the Fort McMurray Golf Course as the Syncrude Boreal Open is coming to town. Back at Vista Ridge with Dan Wilson, high above. We are a couple of stories up. It's getting actually pretty windy up here, yeah. But this park is something else. And the reason we're high up above is because we are doing all the obstacles. What are some of the obstacles here at the course?
So there's a variety of obstacles for kids of all ages and adults as well. So it kind of starts off a little lower and mellow with some bridges where you're pretty steady, and then as you get higher up, the difficulty progresses up to games where you need to hang by your upper body or swing off of ropes. And
you say the difficulty gets harder. The higher I get up, the more wobbly my legs get.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Like the higher you do get, depending on the person's ability level or comfort level, I think they get themselves a little more scared than they need to, but it adds to the experience.
What ages can come out and experience the park?
So it's 7 and up. I'm not too sure of our oldest guest yet, but we're welcome to 70, 80-year-olds if they feel like they're up to the challenge.
And everybody has a good time, right?
Always.
Always a good time.
Yeah.
Well, high up above here at WildPlay Elements Park at Vista Ridge, we have one more surprise for you in store. You have to wait around for that. In the meantime, we're just going to check in with our local weather forecast because it is absolutely gorgeous outside. That wraps up another edition of Go at Buffalo. I'm high atop the structures here at WildPlay Elements Park. I think 45 feet up, and now they want me to jump. I think you're insane. Let me just say that straight up, you're insane. But so I hold close and then I let go. For Go, I'm Doug Roxburgh, and we'll see you if I ever make this out alive here. Here we go. Woo! It worked. It did it. It did it. Here we go.